People come up with more reasons not to see a fight than to see a fight. I thought we in the fighting business to get fights made. I don't care who's A side or who B side. What does that matter to me as a fan at the end of the day? That's totally irrelevant. All right, Keith Thurman ain't got no power, so you say. And what? That don't make no sense. How could you bat an eyelash at Keith Thurman versus Jerron Boots Ennis, but you just seen Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios? Come on now, man. You got to understand how this game is stacked on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand how it's built. Ain't nothing wrong with this fight. This fight is totally good. But since you irritated about it, you got to understand what Keith Thurman is. Keith Thurman is still showing you dudes how to get a fight and how a fight is really made. Your mouthpiece counts so much is ridiculous. All the greats understood the power of the skullduggery. You know what I'm saying? The mouthpiece in front of the camera to sell the fight, other than antics and stuff like that. The excitement is missing so much in boxing. Why do you think y'all even entertaining Manny Pacquiao fighting Floyd? Y'all can't even surpass the juice that was in the 90s, in the early 2000s, let alone right now. Y'all can't surpass their juice. Jake Paul is here because y'all ain't got no juice, because y'all don't know how to do what Keith Thurman is doing right now. He's begging somebody to come shut him up. If you don't like what he's saying, come shut him up. And Keith Thurman name still stand. That's still one time. Just like that's still Manny Pacquiao. That's still one time. Still. And he can still do a better job promoting himself right now, coming off the couch, better than anybody that's been active right now. Damn near. And that's a fact. But you don't seem to get it. You don't understand. It's over with. All right. You don't understand what Keith Thurman just did to Boots. He took his bragging rights, man. Do you now realize same thing that happened to Aaron? What happened? What happened to the what happened to the boogeyman talk? Who took that away? When did that stop? That stopped overnight in one day. We all know what that day was. When Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford was recorded backstage at that fight. That day, the boogeyman calling Errol Spence boogeyman died. And that's when the big fist was born, because he realized he had to come something else. He couldn't call himself that no more, because that would come with a certain expectation. It's the same thing with Boots. You can't say nobody ducking Boots no more. Boots can't say nobody ducking him no more. He can't say that people don't call out his name and don't want to fight no more. That's gone. Keith took it. He's saying come shut him up. What's better than that? We ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. We ain't getting the Brian Norman fight. We ain't getting the umpteenth. Hell, I done ran out of fingers of fights that he didn't turn down. So what are we supposed to be doing here? What's wrong with it? Ain't nothing wrong with it. But what you don't understand, is too late, because there's no answer back to this. There was no answer back. Once again, Boots went silent. He's done. Boots is done. It's over. Y'all just don't realize it yet. It's done. I ain't gonna have no old ass Keith Thurman. Just like you said, I ain't gonna have no old ass Keith Thurman out there blasting me out the what. That's my brand. And Keith Thurman just took a shit all over it. And nothing. But Keith's not good. But if he fight Keith, this would destroy you. If he fight Keith, that'd be the best name on his resume. Yes, no? Come on. Let's keep it funky. Am I right? So what's wrong? I mean, what good is Pacquiao's name on Barrios' record? If Pacquiao just and we all know Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself about that, but I'll get to that later. Good enough to build his little career. Barrios ain't really trying to do shit. It was good enough for that. And this kid need a name. He finna be 40 fights with nothing. Y'all finna be okay with it. Everybody can't be picking on Boots. Don't tell me Turkey picking on Boots. Y'all already accused me of that. Fuck it, I'll wear it. But everybody can't be picking on Boots. Okay? Everybody just ain't turn down these fights with Boots. It's Boots. But it's done. It's over with now. You thought I was playing. He had a deadline to respond to Keith Thurman in some type of way. Something. All that Crawford coattail chasing you was doing, all that rah, proved to us that, show us something. If he owned it, if he a bum, just take the name. I mean, it's good money. He gonna promote the fight for you. This is a win-win if you can win. But that's the issue, ain't it? Can he win? Y'all want to say what ain't good and what ain't. Man, this fight is perfectly digestible. You know, and the build up with Keith Thurman, the build up that he gonna smack up on it is gonna be entertaining in itself. So, and this is the thing. Just like Keith said, all right, if you saying you don't want to fight me and you don't want to fight Devin, T.O., Norman, none of these guys, Ortiz, none of that. Well, who do you want to fight? That's the question. If there's any rejection to what I'm saying, in the comment section, put down who you want them to fight. Who? Y'all want to make him into some. So how do we do that? If Keith Thurman ain't part of that role, how do we do that? Keep talking about Terrence Crawford? Like, comment, subscribe.
Now then it was like, okay, Ryan Garcia was out. Chia was out. Mm-hmm. Now who was next? Mm-hmm. Who was the next best guy that I could that I could fight? Yeah. And we reached out. Well, they came with Boots Ennis. We said let's do it, but we want to do it at 147. They came back with 152. I'm like, why would I fight at 152? I never even fought at 147. No, we can do it at 147 or not. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then he moved up or whatever, and then Brian Norman.